issues making rounds in our country, Ghana, on the continent of Africa, and all over the globe. Definitely loads and loads of interesting conversation packed for you today. Biggest conversation has to do with the sentencing of the New Patriotics Party Ashanti Regional Chairman, Enkwi Bosiakun, aka Chairman Wontumi. He's been sentenced to 20 years in prison and fined 120,000 Ghana cedis, failure to pay, which means that he would have an extra 3 years added to the 20 years that has already been given to serve with hard labor over his summary boy case. We'll get into that particular issue later on the show today. But aside that, there's definitely a lot that's trending in Ghana today that we get to bring you. Of course, the New Patriotics Party's legal team has mentioned that they will commence steps to challenge the judgment. We'll see how that pans out. Cocoa Board has urged Nigeria and Cameroon to join the Cote d'Ivoire Ghana Cocoa Initiative to help strengthen the pricing power of cocoa. The Minister for Education, the Honorable Haruna Idrisu, also a Member of Parliament for Tamale South constituency, speaking at the Government Accountability Series yesterday, unveiled a 3 billion Ghana cedis infrastructure plan to, of course, help expand our senior high schools, upgrade some of them, and to put a stop to the double track system that we are currently witnessing under the free SHS policy. PAGA opens its doors to investors ahead of Emancipation Day 2026. Government has officially lifted restrictions on egg exports to Burkina Faso and tomato imports into Ghana to boost bilateral trade. MP wants transport unions and haulage companies that deploy dilapidated death trap trailers on roads sanctioned, and I agree 100% that some tracks are not fit to be on our roads and they must not be on our roads. A total of 337,435 Ghanaians are living with HIV, with 13,951 infections recorded in 2025 alone, and this is according to the Ghana AIDS Commission. Ladies and gentlemen out there, let's be extra cautious. Galamsey activities at Greater Cape 3 Points strengthening Ghana's first marine protected area, and FC Samatex 1996 appoints Nana Kwekwajuman as new head coach. Of course, that's in the world of sports, and I'm sure that Godfred Amwafo would have some more details as far as that one is concerned. Let's take a look at what the temperatures are saying this morning, or what the weather is saying. It's 24 degrees Celsius as we speak this morning. Pretty cloudy in some parts of Accra, but also very visibly bright as well. We're expecting some very light showers around midday up into 1 o'clock p.m. today, but temperatures now to 24 degrees Celsius. It would go as high as 28 degrees Celsius just around 11 o'clock a.m. today, but the lowest we're experiencing today would be 24, like we're presently experiencing right now. And I've got a brief word of motivation for you. I take this one from Dolly Parton, and I would share that with you. Dolly Parton says, find out who you are and do it on purpose. Find out who you are and do it on purpose. Every human being is created differently. Every human being is created with different skills. Every human being is created with different potentials and different talents and different abilities. And so a lot of the things that you're able to do, you're able to do them because of how you were created and how God has fine-tuned you to be able to fit into a certain space, to be able to do certain things easily. So everybody is unique in their own way. Just as our DNAs are unique, it is the same way that we are unique in our own different ways, in terms of talents, in terms of skills, in terms of potential, in terms of what have you. So whatever either one of us is able to do, or whatever each of us is able to do easily in this life, we're able to do based on how God created us. We're tuned differently. There are people who are able to work under pressure, and there are people who are unable to work under pressure. There are people whose inner talents and inner skills and potentials are well utilized when they are under pressure. There are some who have theirs, well utilized when they are not under pressure. So we're all different kinds of people. Our psyche, our psychology, everything is different, and we have different purposes in life. And whatever purpose you have in life, God has streamlined a lot of things in such a way that whatever skills you have, whatever talents you have, are tied into the purpose for which He has brought you onto earth. Now, it is incumbent on us, or it is left onto us, to be able to figure out that on our own or with the support of others. So that's why Dolly Parton says that we must discover who we are. You must find out who we are, and we must do it on purpose. And so we must be intentional in finding out who we really are as people. Who are you? Why are you here? What's your purpose on earth? You must be extremely intentional about that. In doing that, you must do it on purpose, because that will determine the kind of steps that you will take. That will determine the kind of decisions you would make. That will determine the kind of things you would do and the things you would not do. That would inform your approach to work and your approach to a lot of the things that you do. And so you must always have that at the back of your mind in all of your dealings, that you must find out, who really am I? Why am I on this earth? Why was I born into the family that I was born into? Most often than not, we tell people that, look, it's important for you to go into the genealogy of your family. Draw a family tree. Pick your great-grandfather. Who was he? What did he do? Your great-grandmother, who was she? What did she do? And trickle it down to your father's side, your mother's side. Look at them and look at their professions and the things they did and the things they didn't. And you now get a better understanding or a better appreciation as to why you do certain things, and why your mind is telling you that this is where you should be going to, this is where you should not be going to. Take time and do all of those things. It is part of finding out who you are. So start asking those questions. There are lots of us today who have never met our grandparents before. There are lots of us today who have never even visited our villages before. There are a lot of us today who do not even know our external family members. But all of these things, or all of this information, is part of what would help you find out who you are. So we must be intentional about these things, about finding out who we are. We must do it on purpose. We must do it intentionally, because that would play a huge role in determining the fulfillment of our destinies on this earth. And so this morning, my message from Dolly Parton to you is that you must find out who you are, and you must do it on purpose. Stay with us. We'll come back with more after this break.
Big game today as Ghana faces England. And the whole nation is ready. Shot on target. Oh, what a save! Benjamin Asari, wide for Ghana.
What is it? It's a save. Politics is always safe.
Every day, in the moments we love, we rely on clean and safe water that flows from Polytank.
It's not about the 90 minutes, it's what you put into the 90 minutes. It's not just about the win, it's about the will to win. It's not just about the jollof, it's about what's inside. This advert is FDA approved. It's not just about the game, it's what you put into it.
Now there's more Kivo inside. More to enjoy, more to share. Fortified with iron, zinc, and vitamin A.
More Kivo inside, more joy for you. More Kivo inside.
No matter who you are or where you are, Kivo has got you.
Kivo Gari Soaking Mix, a taste of Ghana.
Kivo you.
This advert is FDA approved.
Years ago, MTN arrived in Ghana and everything changed. It's time to celebrate you big time. The MTN at 30 promo is here. Win one of 9 Toyota Land Cruiser Prados. Your share of over 10 million Ghana cedis in rewards. Let's be your connection plug in your everyday hustle. Make video calls, browse the internet for business with family and friends. Make that money move and stay ahead. Because every move counts. Dial star 530 hash or visit my MTN app for more.
So results be a coffee faba. Hey, Minia, where are you?
Daddy!
Yeah? How did it go?
Social studies, excellent. English, excellent. Science, excellent. Mathematics, excellent.
Every subject, excellent. What are man? Me. Choose Excellence Series from Crash to SHS. They are GES approved and they are trusted for over 15 years. You can find Excellence Series across the whole country. Excellence Series. Excellent results are assured. Women-Chat Excellence.
Or we can be the generation that ends it for good.
Malaria must die, so millions can live.
Well, not too long ago, the great President John Mahama went to the United Nations and spoke for my people of Jamaica and the Caribbean and the Americas. And you said, we are not looking a handout, but recognition of what took place in the transatlantic slave trade. I thank you, my president. I am a child who suffer from this. Chains on my feet, whip in the hand. And tonight I sing a song to go along with your mission of reparations. Not a handout, but to acknowledge. But we're gonna do it not just reggae style, we're gonna do it high life. A high life remix by me, Graham Smargan of Morgan Heritage. Oh, President Mahama, I thank you for saying what you said at the United Nations. Reparations, justice must come. Africa and the Caribbean as one. Zimbabwe, not charity, but exposing them both. Now Now a new day of justice is born. Hello. Across the ocean, torn from the land. Chains on my feet, whip in the hand. But your light carried us through the storms. Now a new day of justice is born. Reparations, justice must come, yeah. Africa and the Caribbean as one. Not charity, but exposing them both. Now a new day of justice is born. Reparations, justice must come. Africa and the Caribbean as one. Not charity, but exposing them both. Now a new day of justice is born. Africa crying out loud. Now a new day of justice is born. Mahama, I give you strength. From Ghana to Zimbabwe, we thank you for holding the way. We say Mahama, justice.
Bonjour, messieurs, it's Mozer. Thank you very much for still staying with us here on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. My name is Eura Adams Karim. The two musketeers have joined me, making us three musketeers. We're here to serve you the best of breakfast. Karin Na Oyo Kote and Efo Randy Ahaji, aka Logbatota Jay-Z. Charlie?
Oh,
morning. I don't like
Logbatota to pack.
Okay. Aka Logbatota
to pack.
To pack.
Jay-Z,
yeah. To unpack. Yeah, man. Nah. Nah, what's up?
Good.
Everything nice.
Everything.
How's the enjoyment?
Very well.
This one that you are wearing cassock today.
It's not cassock.
No, the viewers cannot see the full
it's
dress.
Not
I'm seeing the.
See, it's not
what makes the cassock?
I'm seeing the full.
Cassock is the one the priests wear.
The white one.
But, yes.
Or any color at all can be called a cassock.
Oh yeah, they have different.
You see now when they reach election, you know they see.
Now get that. I said it the last time. Make them do the camera. Now they get that. They give it.
When they see the full outfit. It doesn't do justice.
It's not
the sitting down doesn't do justice to your outfit.
It's not a castle.
No, I'm only saying that the sitting down doesn't do justice to your outfit.
Well, yes, true.
You understand?
Yeah, I agree.
We have to see.
When I stand for the news, they will see.
Okay.
No, even that one is half.
You know,
give you half.
Yeah. Because Charlie, you did now they shudder.
I mean, she has a designer. She has a new designer.
Yeah.
What's the name of the lady? The recent one. Your friend is saying.
Manye. This one is from Marilyn Stitches.
That's right.
So yeah, shout outs to Marilyn Stitches. So sister Estinam recommended her to me.
Oh, then it makes sense.
Which of the Estinams?
She has an attire like
no, then it makes sense.
So yeah,
there's a big one.
This attire is
I went big women designers. Charlie, you are not easy.
So this one, yeah, Mary did this one for me, recommended by Sister Essie.
When I grow up, I want to be like you.
Please, I beg.
Yes, yeah. I want to be like you. I want Stan Dogbe to be recommending for me too. When I grow up, I haven't reached yet.
Yeah, I agree. I want to be like him when I grow up.
When I grow up, or you want to be wearing bandana like the president.
Your cloth is very, very, very nice.
Yes, my wife made it. Yes.
So she went to source for the fabric.
Yes.
And then she made a shirt for you.
You understand?
Rule number one for the brotherhood.
Yes.
Marry a woman who can sew.
Yes, my wife.
Told the friends that I want to start learning how to sew.
Randy, at this age.
Oh, it's probably can learn.
Too late.
You just need some online courses. You just need some 4-6 weeks. You'll be fine.
They're online courses. Oh, then you do practical as well. I'm serious.
You just have to buy the machine.
Yeah, so buy the machine. And see, there's one thing buying the machine. Do you know freehand cutting?
So that is where the problem. If your hand is not flexible, if your hand is not flexible.
Do you know freehand cutting?
I am yet to start.
But do you know that drafting?
Yeah.
Plus 1 minus 1.
Yeah.
Raise to the power 2.
Yeah.
For one dress.
Yeah.
By the time you finish one mathematics question,
and that's why
that color you have cut.
There is always a beginning.
Oh, it's true.
Yeah, I'll start. Give me just the end of the year. I'll make a cloth for Clenham. It's a promise on my birthday.
That's in December.
Yes. So give me 5 months. That's what I'm saying.
When are you enrolling?
By the end of the month. I need money to start. Yeah, the lady wants to take money. So.
And how many crates of
Oh no. It's just money as a form of commitment.
Okay.
Yeah, that I'll be serious and I'll be coming for tutorials. It's going to be evening class and weekends. So
even the weekends. Yeah. Okay.
So you don't bring crate of eggs and crate of water. Okay.
Oh, it's actually Zoe's clothing. We celebrated her recently.
Okay.
Christabel, and you know. Yeah. She has a shop at Bemakam.
Okay. So you're going to Bemakam?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You are very, very determined.
I'm very much determined. I need a side gig.
A side gig is very, very necessary.
Yeah. Imagine I'm sewing clothes for all the boys in this office. How many are they? About 15 of them.
Yeah, you guys are a lot.
And every month I sew for, everyone 15, and I charge them even 400 cedis.
That's very, 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 very affordable.
You understand? 400 times 10. Let's make it 10 guys. 400 times 10.
That's 4K.
4K plus my salary. Plus my allowance.
But tailors.
Hey, somebody is doing the calculation at home for
tailors make money.
Get in touch. Oh yeah, they do.
Look, they'll go and buy the fabric.
Yeah.
Let's say like 3 yards.
Yeah.
3 yards, give or take, maybe like some 70 cedis or 90 cedis.
90.
You say 90 cedis, 3 yards for shirt. Electricity budget like 20 cedis. Electricity to do one shirt. If you want to put that, it's even less.
Yeah.
You understand? Then maybe the thread. Charlie, thread no bakubi. Baku no cry so.
Thread back.
Baku cry. You use less than one coil to do.
You can do like 20 dresses.
You understand? Then when they finish
buttons.
So the intendant say their cost of production, everything will amount to like 120 cedis.
Okay.
Or 140 cedis. Then they sew one shirt like this and charge you 300 cedis. And I am yes sir.
And yes sir, they are also considering their
the labor.
Time,
Kaftan. Yeah. Kaftan. The person can sew kaftan. You say he's bought 4 years fabric to do kaftan.
Yeah.
So that's like 120 Ghana for the fabric. Then of course like all of it. So let's just assume kaftan cost of labor is 200 or everything 200, 300 cedis. Then they charge us thousands.
You see.
Charlie, I will have to start sending GRA after them.
Some of them pay tax.
Oh, I know. Some of them too don't. Some of them too don't pay.
How is it that you don't pay?
Some work from home.
And that's how weak our system is. That's how porous our system is. Because once you work and you make an income, there should always be, the system should always detect who gets something.
If you say you are working and you also don't make an effort to pay tax, and sometimes when you get into the embassies and things, they require some of these.
That's when you present your business documentation that you want.
So if now your business documentation and you don't have proof of paying of tax and things, then you go or you come.
Those proofs
is this not Ghana?
Those proofs can always be gotten.
They can always do it. 24 hours to the deadline, you can still do it.
Oh, but you see.
But who even told you that the sideway Taylor wants to go to Ablochi and do it? Who cares about Ablochi when he's already satisfied here?
Not all.
So that not all. So one out of a million. That is when they start looking out for this things. But the majority of them, my point is that look now, the system should be able. How are they able to do it in Ablochi? That once you are working and you are making an income, the system automatically, or one way or the other, deduct.
I also think likely because people over there are honest. Okay.
How were they born?
And over there, and over there, to see there's a system to track expenditure. Do you get it? Unlike here, I don't know if we have such a system in place. But see, in Ablochi, you let me not say give out a lot of information. But any amount of money that passes through, let's say your Momo or your bank account, you have to be able to explain. You get it? If not, they'll come for you. They'll come and ask you questions. On so and so, this amount of money was dropped in your account. We want to know where it's. How do you think they're able to catch these fraud boys they are catching by heart? You get it? Because the monies are collected through certain accounts before the money eventually gets into Ghana through other means. So they're able to trace those channels. So over here, for instance, now works with WoezorTV. We know that Na's only work is with WoezorTV. Then you realize that there's some incessant momo that constantly is entering nice Momo wallet.
Supporting the ministry.
No, all of those ones you can look into. Yes, that's fine. That's another one. But it says so Momo is entering nice account every time. Papa is recurring, it's constant. In any serious country, that will be flagged, and we want to look into it and understand why it is so. It's either you are in some sort of dubious, engagement. You are doing drugs, or you are doing fraud, or you are laundering money. Or there's a legitimate business that is allowing the money to get into the account.
Right.
So that is where they'll come in and questions will pop up. Then you have to explain, and then you pay. Don't forget that beyond paying, what's it called? All of this business VAT and all of that with GRA, there's also personal income tax.
Yeah.
That a lot of us don't pay for. In this country, all of us, when they decide to catch it, they'll catch all of us. Because you help you get my point. But we are still living in this country. We are earning money. Gift, when somebody dashes you 2,000 today, you are supposed to go.
Solid.
When you take solid
for media,
you have to go and pay. You understand? Personal income tax.
You pay.
You get it. So those are some of the issues. For instance, MC, I go MC gig.
Yeah, you
then
pay.
they give me pad and I take in my pocket. I'm gone. You get it. But Ablochi, those things, even the person giving you has to be able to account that this money I took out from my account went to this person for so and so purpose. You get the point. But over here it doesn't work. So I think we still have a lot of work to do in terms of including the informal sector into the tax bracket and doing a lot of education and sensitization. Because the painful thing is that, let me just land on this point, those of us who are in formal employment, we are those paying the taxes on behalf of everybody else. And that's why it's painful. Because as people who work in corporate, when they take their pay slips and you look at your gross income, and they do the deduction and you look at the net, Charlie, I say unshu. Yeah, that is the painful part of it. So those informal employment, they are those paying. There's some allergies selling rice and things in some Nima market.
You never pay.
Once the crowd won't to be that.
Yeah.
Also not Oshaho.
So Karin, the point I want to make is that paying of the tax, I'm not sure is the problem. I was in one of the workshops, I think last year or so, when this conversation started. What they realize is that people complain about the inability of a taxpayer to judiciously use the tax that they collect. So if I pay tax, now I expect to have good roads.
Yeah.
I expect to have good drinking water flowing through my taps every day. I expect to enjoy electricity, because mind you, all of these things are taxed. If I'm looking for for good roads, I am paying road tolls. If I bought a car at the lorry park, there is some percentage that goes into all of that.
Yeah.
If I buy water, sachet water, there is a token or a percentage that, so you pay tax virtually on everything that you do or you get. So if I am paying taxes and I don't have good roads, I don't have schools, I don't have what's the name? Hospitals. These basic needs of mankind, I will continue to pay. Paying becomes so much difficult for me because what exactly am I paying for? And I think that's an angle that probably we need to shift our attention to. The tax collector needs to use the tax well. Every now and then, but look at it. Look at the amount of money we spend or we waste on irregularities every year. The Auditor General comes out with reports, and this amount of money is gone into irregularities. This amount of money is being diverted. This amount of money is used for this. Meanwhile, your community has no roads, yet we pay taxes. So if I see my tax being used well to my benefit, I don't mind paying. And I think that is what the developed countries are doing. Because if the tax is being deducted directly from source all the time, and you have good roads, why are you complaining? You can't complain. So we all contribute to build the various things that we need for ourselves. But if the tax collector collects the money and sits on it and decides to spend it anyhow, I'll find it difficult to pay. And Karim also mentioned the fact that let's ensure that we include everybody in the tax bracket. Especially the informal sector. And mind you, when we raise this argument, some argue that it is, when we say informal sector, it is not everybody in that bracket that fails to pay. Because once you sell in the market, and now you would have a practical example. They pay those tolls and levies, right? And these are people that also, I mean, that's also their argument. But there are people who don't even pay at all. And Karim, that reminds me, you spoke about an allergy or allergies. I saw something recently around the airport. Is that airport?
Where is that?
After 37. No.
Okay.
And
where you are coming down? Where you are coming down towards Madina?
When let's say going back to 37. No, where the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is.
Okay.
That's airport.
Airport, yes. Opebia. That's Opebia.
Okay.
That's the bus stop.
You see these allergic guys. I don't want
those
to
who
do
change money.
Yes. They are all over the pavement there.
It's illegal business.
Really?
Yes, it's illegal.
I thought BOG issued a stern warning against this.
It's illegal. So it's black market. Oh no, they're everywhere.
My first time of seeing them.
Even airport roundabout, the customs area, or
they are all there. And
at the airport police station bus stop on
I've never encountered them.
Are they seeing them? The authorities, are they seeing these guys?
I've told you time and again, Randy, we live in a country where people just sit in office. People just occupy offices and we pay them. That is all that happens in this country. People just sit in offices and we pay them. It is somebody's responsibility to ensure that the right thing is done. The person will pass and see them pay. You see, Charlie, because you see, Randy, at the end of the day, when the person who wants to do the job proper starts to do the job proper, his own people will sabotage him at work. I was just having a conversation with a lady last night who was complaining to me bitterly about how her father lost his job in 2012 or so because he wanted to do the right thing. They were pushing him to inflate some prices, and invoices, and he refused to. And they sabotage him. And that was it. Up until today, Papano, everything that he has done in the past, zero. That is how difficult it is when a system decides to come against you. So a lot of people would quail. If you can't beat them, you join them. That is the kind of system we are running in this country. The moment you decide you want to be the upright one, they forget about it. You become damn sausages.
Because the problem. Karim, now tell me, were we not in this country when they told us that as part of the economic measures to have a rebound, some of these things ought to stop?
They even told us that people should not be pricing anything in dollars. When our politicians go to parliament, they
price these things in dollars.
Somebody is selling land in cantonment for $70 million. Are you mad?
There are billboards all over the country with dollar signs and what have you.
Look, advertising.
Charlie, we are not serious. To be sincere with you, I'm sorry, but the change it begins with all of us.
I remember as far back as 2019 in Dubai, I wanted to extend my flight ticket, so I had to go to the Emirates office, ticketing office there, and I had dollar. When they did everything I was going to pay, they said,
"You won't take it.
They don't accept dollar. I'll be there paying with my card. I have to go and change the money into their currency and bring it." That's a serious country. I understand. Then somebody you say, So regulations, laws, that is our problem. You see, it's not that we don't have the laws, so
the laws
we have them. The implementation of the law and the selective implementation of the law. That's our problem. You understand?
So the selective comes in as a result of being partisan.
So who is the person involved? You understand? Which party does he belong to? What kind of clout does the person have? You understand?
What is this Chobwe? Does he have people following?
So those are the things. So, and of course, sometimes you would want to be careful because of issues of national security, because there are certain people that carry a certain clout. You understand? That you need to be extremely careful how you deal with them and their situations. Because if you're not, it would backfire, and that can cause mayhem. So unless you have every possible proof beyond reasonable doubt to say that as for this one, you did it, then, like for instance, somebody says that someone raped them. Someone comes to mention that maybe a very popular figure raped them. Then, this is someone who has clout and has numbers. If you do anyhow, they are sembeba. But if you're able to prove at the end of the day, with all of the evidence pointing towards the fact that the person indeed did it, that one, the way you do it, the people now will see that as for this one, Gafili Gadochi, this is it. I don't know if you're getting my point. Classical example, we can look at the judgment that came yesterday. I know it's a conversation we're going to have later on the show. But you see, if the prosecution had not been able to prove beyond all reasonable doubt that there was an offense committed, and at the end of the day, the defendant himself admitted guilt. I don't know if you're getting it. So you realize that there's not really much to talk about or debate about. If not, why is it that when they were going for the judgment, they, as usual, they didn't carry their people to go there? I don't know, Randy, if you're getting my point. So I want to even believe that there's been some sort of even national security conversation come up. I want to assume that those conversations would have come up. You get, because he was dressed yesterday. Was well dressed. Yellow. You get it. I want to believe that he would have his lawyers would have told him that Charlie, that's for this one, there's no way out of it. You get it. Even the fact that the judge decided not to even listen to his lawyer's plea, that alone is a clear indication that Charlie Okono Obeko. So that is what it is. You see, the law is the law. At the end of the day, my lawyer always tells me that Adam, that's how he calls me, he says all of us are one step away from prison. Hey, it can be one slight mistake. Like maybe we just did hear the talk like this, and I'll tap Randy this way, no, then Randy will just fall and die. Then they'll pick me and say, it is Karim who killed Randy. And they'll take me and go and put me there until an autopsy report comes to say otherwise. You are there. That is why the poor people would usually quickly Charlie, because he doesn't have a lawyer who would even see this case, how the issue is delayed. Today this, tomorrow that, today this, tomorrow that. So you see, I remember my first international law class, when we were doing introduction to law in general, what our lecturer told us is that it says the law is unfair. And I've come to understand it. Because you see, it only becomes fair to who can afford a lawyer.
True.
If you cannot afford the best of lawyers, that's why you steal a tube of yam and they send you for years. You steal a mobile phone and they send you in for years. But if you had a lawyer, they will be able to go through, every stage of the issues and be able to find a way to get you out. So the rich would always find their way out. And that's why when people complain that the thing is delayed, because you don't also, and especially in political cases, you don't also want to make the mistake of rushing the person, going jailing, it also comes to its own issues. So that's why I'm saying that even his own party people knew that the way the thing was going, Chairman, the chamber hall is
Chamber hall.
But now you should understand that there are some people when they go to prison, they won't be treated like everybody else.
True.
You see, some things are there you should understand. That not everybody will be treated the same way.
Very true.
You get it. That is nature. It's a reality we must come to terms with. Today, some people drive, some people sit on motor, some people pick trotro, some people walk, some people ride bicycle. That is life. When you enter the prisons, there are levels to it. By now, they've already made arrangements with the prison lords that Charlie, chair my baoba, mumano protection, munye say mano. You don't watch movies.
I do.
Whatever you see in the movies, that's what happens in real life. Yeah.
In one of the prisons in Accra.
Oh, it's normal. It's normal.
Some of them, you see them like, this one doesn't look like the
other. Critical. Oh, yeah, I remember 2 VIP word what 37.
Somebody actually posted this on Facebook yesterday that before we know it today, they will say Chema to me is sick.
Oh, that's for sick there. He will be sick for. He will fall within 1 week. He will fall sick.
Even today, he
will bring him to hospital.
Yes, it's a
Look, this country.
It is right behind.
You see, let's look at it from this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if your freedom is taken away from you in a day, I was sharing an experience with somebody yesterday. Look, you will fall sick.
Oh yes.
Real. You will fall sick. You won't have access to your mobile phone. You won't have access to the things, the luxury you had. I mean, this is Chamawuntu we are talking about. Somebody who had everything to himself, right? At a beg and call. He decides what to eat, when to eat, what to drink, when to sleep, what, like, say whatever he wants to do.
Yeah.
He does it at free will at any time at his own pace. And this is a man, all of a sudden, he's going to be controlled by fellow inmates, a senior man. Yes, the assumption is that yes, he might get some preferential treatment. What if he doesn't get? Yeah, what if he doesn't get? What if the senior man in that cell is a tough one? I'm just saying, there are possibilities, there are things that will happen. But even if he gets all the things you are talking about, the freedom is no longer going to be there.
Yeah.
Last night was a very long night for him.
Charlie.
And it's going to continue. It's not as if it's just going to end about 2 days, 3 days, or 1 week time.
20 years.
20 years. Unless, of course, he has a good case for an appeal.
But remember, this is just one out of the many cases.
Out of the many. There is the Exim Bank conversation we have not touched on
yet.
The
Nimri Forest one.
Charlie, it's a long thing for him.
By the time he comes out, Lamine Yamal will finish playing football and be coaching.
Somebody jokingly said that by the time he comes back, Arsenal will not win the Champions League. Charlie. How can you be mean?
No, Charlie. You know, it's quite unfortunate. You know how people can just move from there to there, but also largely tells us how we must go about living our life. That, Charlie, when you have a certain authority or a certain power or certain room to do some things, we must be extra cautious how we do the things we do. And if not for anything, I believe that this should be a word of caution for people currently occupying offices and people holding positions. Now, mind you, Wuntumika was not a government appointee.
No.
I don't know if you get me. He was not an appointee. He was a businessman. And his only mistake in this case, now Randy, is one thing. He failed to get an approval. That was his only mistake in this case. He failed to get an approval from the minister to allow somebody else onto his land to mine. That's all. That's the only mistake he made. So it's not as though, I mean, on the face of the issue, he himself went to do, your friend is saying, the galamseo. The whole crux of the issue is that there's an approval you are supposed to get, which he failed to get, and allowed somebody else onto the land. That is all. Simplicity. So that's simplicity. Charlie? So we just have to be extra careful and extra cautious in our dealings.
Yeah.
And like I said, my lawyer says that all of us are just one step away from prison, and your freedom can be taken just like that. And you're gone and you're there. Charlie, so it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. At least it will sound a warning to everybody that, Charlie, there's no room for crime. And at least people will now come to realize that oral
is working.
It's in full motion. This is just the first one. There are many other cases that are being followed through. I'm told the Dubois one will conclude their statements this week.
Okay.
Give to your wireless case is still hanging.
Yeah.
Miracles Abuaji's own has just come up. Hanan's own is also hanging. Furiata is still in America languishing about. So, Charlie, let's just be careful. That is all I have to say. Let's just be extra careful. And I will condemn anybody who goes about trumpeting that power is temporary, power is transient, and wine. So the future there to be pregnant. Nobody will about it. As for the pregnancy, to always be pregnant, to give birth, no doubt. But stop trumpeting that nonsense. Let's allow the laws of this country to work. Let's allow systems to work, irrespective of who is involved. That has always been my motto. When you commit, go and deal with it. It's as simple as that. You commit an offense, go and deal with it. It doesn't matter who you are. Go and deal with it. You are NDC, deal with it. You are MPP, deal with it. Let the laws work. Simplicity. So, Charlie, I don't have anything else to add to this matter again, unless Randy wants to add something.
Oh no, I just wanted us to touch on what the ruling said. I mean, if you look at the ruling in yesterday, charges that were preferred against Chairman Wontumi, and then the count that he was, he was convicted on. I mean, quite serious, because you look at what the laws even indicates. There is no ambiguity.
No.
Honestly, and I listened to should I say the minority or the NPP yesterday holding their press briefing, and to be sincere with you, I felt so disappointed. Why? None of them is able to speak to the main issue. All I keep hearing, or I've been hearing since yesterday, is that when the tables turn around, when the tables turn around, and I'm asking, well, are you going to prosecute people because the table has turned, or we need to face the reality of the cases that are staring at us? We have all agreed in this country that illegal mining has contributed to the deaths of some innocent people, has contributed to the deformities that we are seeing in newborn babies. The scientists have said it, the doctors have complained about it. We all spoke about it and agreed that we need to put a stop to it. If one way or the other we are finding a way to solve it, why do we keep shouting or ranting or singing the anthem when the table is turn? I mean, go for an appeal. For me, that is what I've been saying since yesterday. If you feel the guy has been jailed wrongfully and you are seeking justice, go for an appeal. The laws allow you to do that, rather than the unnecessary, the unwarranted attacks here and then. I listened to Justin Kodia yesterday and I bowed my head in shame. Jesus Christ of Nazareth, General Secretary, much is expected of you at this time. It is not a time for you to say chobo. This is a serious matter. I said to myself yesterday, after all that press briefing, Chairman is gone there to sleep alone.
Yeah.
In his brain, in his mind, what will be running through that mind of his? It be in God Peweno. What do you do to help him? Look for good lawyers who can file an appeal. Chase after the issue. Even if it's something that will reduce the sentencing. And mind you, the law that was used against him says 15 years old. I said the Chairman will be used as a scapegoat because we keep shouting, and these are the same people who shouted, and this is the same Chairman who said oral is not working. I remember one of his spokesperson, Dr. Palgrave, he said it at the beginning of the year. Oh, oral is not working. Oral is not working. It became a slogan. It became an anthem. Almost everybody was saying it, even us. We said oral was too slow in dealing with some of the cases.
Not knowing the oral.
Not knowing the oral was biting.
If diesel engine.
You understand?
They warm up.
So now oral is working, and we are still complaining. We say, and they described the whole thing yesterday as a political justice. They were describing to me in some.
So he's a political prisoner.
Prisoner. Thank you.
How?
How do you even say that? And trust me, when I monitored the interviews they did with some people from his home, there I realized we have a very big issue. People are gullible. People are so ignorant. Pardon me for it. And you see, we are capitalizing on that to perpetuate more harm.
Right.
We are communicating wrong to the people at the grounds level. We are making it look as if it was political witch hunt. We are not telling them the real issue that faced the man yesterday in court. Oh, and they were giving examples. They mentioned some MP's name, and I'm like, but if you claim the MP is involved in an illegal mining, go to court, go and provide evidence. Is that not what we are saying? When Frimpong Boateng, the Professor Frimpong Boateng, I'm sorry about that, Professor Frimpong Boateng, when he wrote his report, when his report came, did we not see names in that list? Was that not enough reason for them to be very careful? When Frimpong Boateng, Professor, under the NPP administration, he issued a report. We threw it away. We played politics with it. And we said the man was angry. It was out of anger that he labeled some people as... Was this guy's name not part of the people?
It was.
Did we not hear his company's name? Did we not? Even Erastus, is he Asari? Did we not see this?
Party Henska.
Did we not hear the Party Henska issue? So if today the man is sentenced, he is gone to jail, why do we play the NDC NPP color? Why are we doing this to ourselves? And I'm scared
to get somebody to put it on.
It doesn't work like that.
Ever admit that in this time we're wrong, and so we admit it.
And I think that is how the narrative ought to be written.
They won't.
That is painful, and that is the sad part of the whole issue. That they don't even know. The people, majority of the people who spoke yesterday don't even know the basis of the case.
No, you're from one bit. You'll give you are sitting there. They'll call you, come and stand there. They'll give you 200.
Oh my God!
How far you? They'll just it is well.
Well, I'm sure maybe later if we are able to get Honorable Yunusa Fuseni, hopefully we get to speak to him. I mean, and Karim, I am saying that there are people who have cases. When was the last time you heard of Mustafa Hamid? You get it? The former sports minister. Yusuf what? Yusuf. I mean, all these people have issues hanging around their neck. They are not running around ranting on TV and radio. They are working on their cases. They are looking for lawyers. They are putting their evidences in place. He was a man. To even have the balls to go and say you want to even contest a national election when you have all these cases hanging around you. I am not saying you can't do it, or you can. But Ale, you saw jail. You saw Canaan like this. And you were still shouting, still insulting people, calling people names. Are you okay? You sure?
It's okay, you.
Very, very fine.
You sure? Alright, Twasuo. And they mentioned something yesterday. I want to appeal to Mr. President. I want to appeal to the various authorities that are checking 9 months, the people who are working with this illegal mining thing. The NPP again accused some persons in this administration. I don't know if we have the press briefing from the NPP. We might play back later.
But Randy, you see, if they are accusing these people were mining when NPP was in power. And so why did they leave them if they were really involved in illegal mining? Why did they leave the people then and then are now coming to
complain? Okay, the point I want to build is that let's even assume that they didn't know that people were operating in their administration. It is now that the dawn has come on them that Mr. So and so, they mentioned the guy's name, MP for I've forgotten the constituency. They mentioned his name, Angasa, in their press briefing yesterday. So I'm saying that invite him for questioning. I mean, they said it's selective justice. Why is the NDC not chasing after the people who were mentioned? I mean, as part of their administration, as part of the government. So I am appealing to the various authorities that invite these people, the MP that was mentioned, the other name, one name be like that. Invite these people, start the investigation, let the people know that yes, indeed, you have done it, so that, I mean, transparency's sake. Because now this is not the first time we are hearing it. Even in the Professor Frimpong Boateng report, they mentioned that there are people in this current administration or in the NDC who are part of the illegal mining. Names popped up recently. Good, they mentioned what's his name? The national, is it the youth organizer or the organizer of the NDC? The organizer, Joseph Yamin. They mentioned his name yesterday in the press briefing. I'm saying that thorough investigations should be done so that people will be clean. We can't be in a country where every day when you are arrested, then all you do is want to equalize and say because Kofi is also doing it. What kind of logic is in this? If you have any evidence to prove that Joseph Yamin is into illegal mining, help the authorities. Now that is the point I am building this morning.
He himself come to debunk it several times.
He has been invited on several occasions. But I'm saying that the people, Justin Kodua, who did the press briefing yesterday, with all due respect, say, help the authorities with evidence.
That's all.
That, I have seen Yamin. I almost said Lamin Yamin. I have seen Joseph Yamin engage in this. I have seen this. This is the evidence. Then we know that the Obroni guy indeed is guilty. But you don't just throw words in the air and expect that everybody will go haywire because you have said it. When it is for you, you feel that everybody should applaud you. When it is against you, you want us to cry with you. No. This is the new Ghana we all want. This is the new Ghana we voted for. People are dying. Innocent children are are deformed because of illegal mining. Drinking water is becoming a problem. Ghana Water Works has warned us that if you are not careful in the coming days, we would have to be importing water. Do you know what that means? Can you afford an imported water? Can you even buy? And when we are saying let's work, let the Lord deal with people who are engaged in illegal mining, we say it is NPP and DC. Please, I am done on this.
Let the law work. The law is the law. Voila. Viewers, we'll take a breather. When we come back, we'll celebrate some birthdays and then maybe open the phone lines for you to join in as well on this one. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
In life, your likeness or dislikeness cannot determine my success in life. Me to me. 2013, Ugu Majuma, you seized my 500 excavators, 400 pickups. Mama, now who's through? Who's side? The other year, meaning I know, still have me. That's who hold me captaincy. Say, I'm still remain as a captain. No, like I said, me back on time mining. Me guru na matwado ye. Na me akwa wu me usro me. Who your president to cry now ba national security for no more negotiate with me as an waba. Now you negotiate with me as an wa enter. Now who just want to be a team kitwa. Who say who bet me. No man like this and this for no. Na me no ye na this for into me say obi to be no. O pa na mo munya ye. Omo ye one na ye do. Me want to me there obwa. Want to me mean slow. That problem run want to me. Want to me, mama. Say me no me no jira ho. Yeah. For soldier for do achi. Na resa me what me a. Say, me buy a year. Na juma ye we will push. Ubatimia pushing to me. Now even illegal legal no. What is the difference? The difference is a document. Yeah. The difference is a document. So as a veteran miner, so I don't know how to get document done. Minim kwaya first of the year and kata. Set mini bill. Now who renew? Mama, Sabawe who renew? Campaign ben waye. Policy ben adi atuho. You in life. Your likeness or dislikeness cannot determine my success in life. Me to me. 2013, Ugu Majuma, you seized my 500 excavators, 400 pickups. Mama, now who's through? Who's side? The other year, meaning I know, still have me. That's who hold me captaincy. Say, I'm still remain as a captain. Like I said, me back on time mining.
Thank you for still staying with us. You can join the conversation now. 055-269-7939 is the number to call. 055-269-7939 is the number to call to be part of the conversation. What do you make of the ruling yesterday? 055-269-7939 is the number to call. Let's find out if you two are still holding your captainship or you have lost your captainship. 055-269-7939 is the number to call. Join us this morning. We're just discussing the sentencing of the New Patriotic Party's Ashanti Regional Chairman, aspiring national chairman actually as well, NP Bosiakun, aka Chairman Wuntumi. But he can still contest the election from prison alone?
No.
Oh yeah, the party's law doesn't.
No.
Oh,
once you have a criminal record,
the party doesn't allow it. But Nkrumah was president from prison. Times have changed.
Yeah. I mean, but they tell you that as part of the requirements, you need to have a clean record.
Okay.
You know how to. Well, I haven't seen their requirements, but
okay.
I mean, I want to believe it cuts across that every aspirant ought to have a clean record, no history of prison and whatever. There is one other part that maybe we need to know.
Okay.
People need to understand is that it is actually not 40 years.
Yeah, no, it's 20.
20 years.
Yes, 20,
but it runs concurrently.
Yes.
But people are saying it is 40.
No,
it is not 40.
40.
Now, there is also another bit. The court also imposed a fine of 10,000 penalty units.
Yeah.
That's equivalent to 120,000 Ghana cedis. Now, what that means is that with a default sentence of 3 years,
if he fails to pay.
If he fails to pay.
Yeah.
We have a caller on the line. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir. Name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, this is Elikem from Adidome.
Okay, Elikem from Adidome. Let's hear you. What do the people of Adidome think?
Well, they are doing well by His grace. And we are just to be honest, yesterday when the news broke out, I don't know why, but I feel relieved. I don't know why. I just felt relieved. People are getting a bit emotional about this case, and I don't really understand it. Every day we are complaining that our laws are not working. We are not dealing with these big politicians, and now that one person has been convicted, and everything that has gone on, in court, the evidences that were provided and all those things, nothing shows that Chamawontumi was persecuted. He follows due process, and if at a point you will realize the report that were coming out from the court that it is not going to end well with him, and I'm sure that was the reason why his former lawyer, pulled out of the issue. And one thing that I want to also say is that the fact that Chamawontumi is being convicted and he is an NPP member doesn't really mean automatically there should be an NDC member prosecuted to equalize. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't really work like that. These things they need to go through the process. If they are really found guilty, those NDC members, and I hear people saying President Mahama said there are members of his government or his party who are involved in Galamsey. We all know these things. We know that people are involved in Galamsey, both NDC and NPP. But the fact that he said that doesn't mean he knew people like he knew that this particular person or that particular person is involved in Galamsey. Evidences or investigations will show. If those claiming, those making the noise. And one thing I also want to say is the fact that when Chamawontumi was going through all these things,
Hello? All right, we've lost Elikem from Adidome. Randy.
All right, so as I told you, the 10,000 penalty units, right? There is also another part. The Akonta Mining Limited was also convicted on 2 counts.
Okay.
And they were fined 15,000 penalty units for each count.
Okay.
So how is punishing Chamawontumi? The firm or the company,
corporate entity.
Yes,
Okay.
the corporate entity was also fined some penalties. And several people have raised concerns. I listened to Honorable Dafia Mekpo. He says that even the MPP themselves, they dog, like we say, they dog Wontumi long time ago.
Yeah.
The signs were clear. I recall the mishap he had with even the then lawyer, Honorable Apiakubi. Apiakubi.
Yeah.
Right, to the point that the man had to step down and also make way for other lawyers to take over. But yesterday he mentioned that Chairman told him that if indeed it goes against him and he is going to be jailed, that he should seek an appeal. So I'm sure lawyer Andy Apiakubi will lead that charge as far as appeal is concerned. And that's what I have been saying. If you are jailed wrongfully, it is okay that you seek appeal. Then now you clarify and then provide the evidence that are available to you. Then we look at it from that angle. And I think that is how it ought to be done, rather than the unnecessary press briefings here and there. Well, I hear there is a caller.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Name and where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Mankuma.
Okay, Shumai.
Awo Adesukwa.
Duta. Okay.
Ata Kusunga.
Bro.
Kabro le magiru sima. Kabro magiru simu pa.
Alonko.
John Africanisi.
Okay.
Because base demtebe melefone. Ora na melmesare amasu. Bakaba. Base fene ne befieti. O akaba fara kora kuma na wuri kiligina. Kumuyeti kusoka nka konana asa kusunga.
Okay, kumore anya chure pebi.
Okay, bye.
Great, bye. So what so what he's basically saying is that he is impressed so far by what he witnessed yesterday, and the president and the government should keep at it. Because I mean, in time past, people were saying that oral is dead and doesn't exist, but clearly this is a demonstration that oral is not dead. So if anybody has been found of wrongdoing, they should be dealt with. Yeah, so that's what he said in summary. So he's from Mankuma. Mankuma is in the Savannah region. Yes, on your way to between Bola and Sola. Okay. Yes, that is where we bury our kings. Yeah.
Karim.
Yeah.
And read section 99 2B of the Minerals and Mining Act 2006 at 703. Read it.
So you have taken us to class.
Yes. I mean, I am bringing this to bear because of the arguments people are making. And I mentioned it that people are so gullible. Okay, maybe you can answer that.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning, Master.
Yes, sir. Now, what is saying?
I do want me to and some work and all good moment when I know what country and I be to go for. Tell one kind of fine type with my tree. I'm a cast of it up on the Jagapi.
When you're until uncle.
Until Yana will be out to go for make it as a work of another tree. Shut to the eye.
Them are
okay. Went to more French when they asked no idea. Yesterday, I'm French when they would enter Casa and you be Casa dead room. Sika don't turn in program one. Until anybody can do prison, so we answer.
Yeah, that's it. Charlie, I think that another challenge we probably had, and I didn't want the conversation to dwell a lot more on that. I wanted the conversation to dwell more on the substantive issue, the reason why he was jailed. But you see, also his utterances in the past didn't help him. Yeah. So he's even unable to court any kind of public sympathy. Yeah. You know, and that probably would be his biggest challenge. Hello? 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 Yes, sir. Good morning. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, good morning.
Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Hello?
Oh, we've lost that one. Let's hang up and try to reconnect again. But Randy, let me come back to
Karim,
you.
so the law.
Yes.
The law. And I'll talk about some of the utterances.
It's the law.
The law is the law. So under this provision, it is illegal to act. So this is what the law says. It is illegal to act, instigate, command, counsel, procure, solicit, or in any manner purposely aid, facilitate, encourage, or promote acts in contravention of the Act's provisions regarding mining operations, offenses, and penalties. The law is the law. Now, what are the penalties if you are found guilty? Fine, not less than 10,000 penalty unit and not more than 15,000 penalty units. What did we see yesterday?
10,000 penalty units.
Did they err?
No.
Imprisonment, a term of not less than 15 years and not more than 25 years offenses and penalties. What did we see yesterday?
20.
No, it's how you're saying that blood does.
So I'll tell you a story later.
Okay. I can't wait to hear that story.
Well, I hear there is a caller anyway, Carrie.
Hello, good morning.
Well, yeah, it's Selicum. I'm back again. My network.
Yes.
Go on. So in conclusion of what I was saying, I just want to say these people, they are just the NPP. They are just making noise. When this issue came up, they didn't give Temaun to me any support. They claim they have the best of lawyers. They didn't give him the best of support. When everything was going on, they didn't show anything. And Wuntumi came out crying that people should come to his aid. About just 3 or 4 days ago, I heard him saying he's done a lot for the NPP party. He built radio stations and a lot of things for them, but they are not helping him out. Now that the result of the case is out, now they are shouting, they are making noise. I think their press conferences and all those things, they are unnecessary. If they have anything, you should go back to the court and go and appeal. That's what I have to add to what I was saying.
All right, thank you very much. If there's an issue, go to the court and appeal. 055-269-7939 is the number to call. Be part of our conversation this morning. We are discussing the sentencing of Chairman Wontumi to 20 years in jail. Randy.
Do you think for real the party really supported Chairman Wontumi?
No, I've already told you already that they did not, because
they left the guy.
Because they saw it coming.
They left him. They allowed him hang.
But the point is, Randy, if the thing you are dying already, what do you expect?
But these are the people who have turned around, and Charlie, humans, we are dangerous.
No, it's not
these are the people who have turned around just
politics.
Yesterday in front of a camera.
And they are doing press conference.
They are doing press conference.
When you are lying in the hospital, you are sick. Nobody will come.
When you are dead, that's when they look for coffin.
We'll come for your funeral. They will come and pretend like we like you. And you will tell your children that if you need anything, oh, feel free.
Sure.
Oh, call us. Blah 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 blah. After 1 week, we are done. That is. They will look for us. Don't find us. That is the reality of life. Yeah, so whatever you do in this life, prepare for days like that, because
I am saying that in a life where you can be anything, don't just be kind, be good. Just be good, do good, clean heart, clean heart, clean mind. You are good to go. Look at the situation in which
it's unfortunate. Hello, good morning,
Karim.
Very sad. Hello. 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 Okay, we've lost that caller there. 055-269-7939. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Name where you're calling from.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
I'm calling from Kolikono.
Okay, let's hear you, my brother.
Yeah, for me, I think.
Hello. 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 Okay, we've lost that caller there. 055-269-7939 is a number to call. Randy, land on your point so we can take a break and come and celebrate some birthdays.
Okay, my point is that, and finally, on this issue, within the week, of course, conversations will come, because the MPP and then the minority will still be, arguing from all angles. So we'll find enough time, analyze probably the details of the ruling, and get some experts to also speak on it. But my final take on this is that if we feel Chairman Wontumi has been served jail term wrongfully, and you feel there is justice, there is a travesty of justice, the best thing to do is go for an appeal. Now, isn't it shocking that just 2 years, the mantra we used to hear, go to court. You remember in 2020, 2021, I don't know how old you were, but I was very old to know.
You are very, very old now.
Yes, I'm very, very old. I'm not a small boy. I'm a very old man sitting here. So when here in this country, 2020, 2021, 2022, the mantra that time was go to court. Wasn't it 2020 we went to court?
Yeah.
Wasn't that 2020 that there was a petition in court again? After 2012, 2016, and at 2020, were we not to go to court? So go to court. These are the people who believe in the court system. What has changed? Is this not the same court that jailed Chachu Chikata some years ago? You remember Chachu Chikata's story? I told you guys yesterday. I am old. Oh. I was old enough at that time to see. Even if I didn't see Philip Kadoshi, I read. There are a plethora of examples. The names are there. What did we not see in the past? So if the laws, the same people who believe in the laws of Ghana, the laws are working, and now we turn around and act as if this is a novelty or this is something strange, then the future of this country, like Karim said, we may probably be packing our bags and leaving this country. Because if this is the way to go every day, every issue, it is MPP, NDC. And now you tell me that when the tables turn around, that means in 2028, 2029, if NDC loses and MPP comes, they will just go on prosecution spree. It is okay. It is okay to prosecute people who have dissipated public funds. It is okay to arrest and jail people for spending our monies recklessly. It is okay to jail people who have polluted our water bodies. It is okay to jail people who have destroyed our forests. Because my children will die if they don't have good drinking water. My friends and family living in the Ashanti region will die because of polluted drinking water. So jail the people. If the tables turn around, jail the people. We want to see it. So allow the laws work. Oral is
Charlie, let's celebrate some birthdays this morning. If you're celebrating your birthday today, today's the 21st day of July 2026. My sister's birthday is coming up on the 24th.
Okay.
Yeah, Ajia Salima Karim. We'll be celebrating on the 24th of July. But today now, over to you. Let's celebrate the 21st July bonds.
Right, and so if you're celebrating your birthday today, happy birthday to you. We share with you so much on your special day. Let's get quickly into our list of celebrants and see who we are celebrating today here on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. To begin with, who are we celebrating first? Okay, so it's a birthday of blogger Ameya Deborah. So yeah, happy birthday to you, sir. And this is coming from the entire WoezorTV family to you. Enjoy your day, enjoy your year. Happy birthday to you. Away from him, let's see who we are celebrating again this morning. Oh, Lady Reverend Phyllis. Okay, Lady Reverend Ines Phyllis Addison. It's your birthday today. She is the wife of Prophet Samuel Addison. Happy birthday to you, woman of God. And enjoy your year. May this year come with lots of great blessings, and every good thing you've prayed for may be your portion. And we wish you the very best that life has got to offer. Lady Reverend Eunice Phyllis Addison, happy birthday once again to you, and from the entire WoezorTV family. We wish you a great year. So yeah, have a great one, woman of God. Away from here, let's see who we are celebrating again this morning. Paul Onyamiasem, happy birthday to you, buddy, and may this year be a great year for you. Wish you the very best that life has got to offer, and yeah, have a great one, have an amazing one, Paul Onyamiasem. Away from Paul, who are we celebrating again this morning? Okay, Rogalyn Ayi Tego, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday to you, and have a great year, have a beautiful year, have an amazing year. May this year be a great year for you. And this is coming from Danielle here at WoezorTV to you. She wishes you a blessed year. So yeah, have a great one and enjoy your year. Happy birthday to you. And so I think there's still some one other birthday to celebrate. So to our madam here, Mr. Fako, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. May this year be a great year for you, an amazing year. Great blessings we pray your way, and have an amazing one. From the entire WoezorTV family, we all wish you a great year, a beautiful year, and an amazing year. Happy birthday to you, and God bless you so much. Randy, do you want to sing?
That's our boss.
Yes, that's
our general manager.
I know.
Seth, yeah.
So happy birthday to you.
Sweet soul.
God bless you so
very beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, very beautiful, boss. Happy birthday. At least invite us for some jollof. She does good food.
Really?
Yeah. You missed a lot from the the intotos.
Anyways, happy birthday to you, ma'am, and we share with you on your special day today. Enjoy your year. So that'll be a wrap on birthdays this morning here.
Charlie, before we go, let me give a big shout out to my former colleagues at Global FM, who they are 10 years. Yes, that's a solid foundation. My very foundation. How this whole journey started. So it's just good that I pay homage.
Right.
Oh, I think I met a lady who works at there now. Oh, I forgot her name.
Rejoice.
Yes, I think it was Rejoice. Yeah, young lady.
Fiamo.
Yes. The vice chairman's daughter.
Okay, not a Okay.
Yes.
No, so that's Della.
Okay, yeah, I think it was Della. Yes, young lady. Yeah. You know, when I got to who, hey, you are the one WoezorTV girl. You and Randy. I said, hey, Charlie, you are not easy.
Yeah.
You're a big man.
Yeah,
you're a big man.
Thanks to WoezorTV.
You must start sorting boys.
Small
time.
Okay.
Small time. Please start from within.
Oh, but within there.
Why throw
every day they give money, me and Jonas.
Hey,
every day I feed them every morning. I feed them every morning. They are my children. Yeah, they are my children. You wait. When we finish the show, you see how they'll cajole me.
Okay.
Hey,
I don't demand much. Like breakfast 50 cedis, lunch I manage 50 cedis. Then you get supper to 50 cedis.
So that's 150.
I'm going to buy 50 cedis breakfast.
That's what I'm saying. I'm managing.
No.
Like I don't want to put Randy in the
breakfast has to be 300 cedis upwards.
He will die.
Has to be Kempinski standard.
He will die.
He won't die. He will survive.
Okay.
That's money.
And Randy, like 1,000 Ghana cedis a day. Yeah, can sort out things. You get
1,000 cedis a day.
Randy, I've been size 6 for the past like.
This one, if you give
it is not food that will change. It is not food that will make you from size 6 to size 10.
If you give her 4, she used to drink Hausa cocoa.
Oh.
Now, even if we kill a full cow for you, it's okay. You will like the size.
The dietitian said I should be eating.
Oh, it's not true.
But I've eaten now, so it's because I use my money to buy the food. That's why. So if I get like external money, yeah, to change the face of things.
On that external money note, it is time for us to take a break. We'll be right back with more after this. Stay with us.
Hebrew. Shamak Israel Yehovah, Elahenu Yehovah Ekat. We ahata et Yehovah, Elohika bika luvika, uvika navashika, uvika miyopika, tode yashak, in English, in the name of Jesus, Amen.
And there they are. The squad is ready, lined up, ice cold, focused and prepared for national duty. Every bottle in position, every label shining with confidence. And here comes the selection. One bottle steps forward, picked from the squad, ready to deliver for Ghana. He takes the first sip. Oh yes, refreshingly hydrating. The whistle goes. The Black Stars are on the move. He breaks through the defense like flowing water. Beautiful control. He lines it up. He strikes. Goal! Ghana is awake. From the fridge to the field, Awake keeps you refreshed. Awake purified drinking water. One for life. Proudly supporting the National Cardiothoracic Center. This advert is FDA approved.
If you're watching this with your friends, you'll probably make a joke.
Because you know what you feel on the inside isn't what you want people to know.
If you have to pretend to be happy,
find someone you trust and tell them.
If you get mad at things and you don't know why, or have thoughts about hurting yourself,
find someone you trust and tell them.
You are never alone when you share.
Seriously, people care about you.
It's okay to not understand what you're feeling.
And it's easy to think that you're all alone.
But you don't have to be.
You're never alone when you share. Don't be ashamed to tell someone you trust what you're feeling.
You're not alone.
You are not alone.
Find someone you trust and tell them.
Tell a parent.
Tell a teacher. Tell a brother or sister.
Or just tell a friend.
You haven't done anything wrong.
Talk to someone.
Talk to someone.
It's how things get better.
Your flight is ready to leave.
Sit back and relax and enjoy the flight.
Magbina. Time now for the WoezorTV report. Let's take a look at the headlines. Thanks so much for joining us. Now let's settle for the details of the story. President John Dramani Mahama has paid tribute to the late overlord of Dagbon, Yana Abukari II, describing his passing as a national loss and honoring his legacy of peace and reconciliation. The president made the remarks after a delegation from the Dagbon Traditional Council, led by Nantona Mahamud V, officially informed the president of the king's passing. Belinda Nankwansa has more.
The Traditional Council on Monday formally announced the passing of His Royal Majesty Yana Abukari II to President John Dramani Mahama at the presidency. Leading the delegation, Nantona Mahamud V conveyed the kingdom's gratitude to the president for the support extended to the late king during his illness and for facilitating the return of his mortal remains to Ghana.
We wish to formally announce to Your Excellency and to the government and the people of Ghana the passing of His Royal Majesty Ndanyana Abubakar II, King and Overlord of the Dagbon Kingdom, who departed this earthly life on Saturday, the 11th of July, 2026. In accordance with Islamic tradition and Dagbon custom, His Royal Majesty was buried in the early hours of this morning, Monday, the 13th of July, 2026, within the sacred premises of the Gyowa Palace.
Responding to the announcement, President Mahama described the late Yana as a revered traditional ruler whose leadership united Dagbon after years of conflict in strengthening peace across the kingdom.
The passing of the Yana is not only a moment of profound grief for Dagbon, but it is a national loss. Ghana has lost a statesman amongst traditional rulers, a man whose wisdom, moderation, and commitment to peace earned him the respect of people across political, ethnic, and religious divides. His Royal Majesty assumed the skin of Dagbon at a very difficult period in the kingdom's history. And yet, through patience, humility, and unwavering resolve, he transformed a kingdom once scarred by conflict into an enduring symbol of reconciliation, unity, and hope. His reign demonstrated that true leadership is measured not by power, but by the ability to heal divisions, unite people behind a common purpose.
President Mahama extended condolences to the Dagbon Traditional Council, the royal family, and the people of Dagbon, praying for Allah to grant the late Yana eternal rest, while urging Ghanaians to uphold the values of peace, unity, and reconciliation that defined his reign. Reporting from the presidency for WoezorTV, Belinda Nankwansa.
Now away from the presidency, the Accra High Court has sentenced Ashanti Regional MPP Chairman Bernard Entry-Boisiako, popularly known as Chairman Wontumi, to 20 years imprisonment on each of 2 counts in the Akunta illegal mining case, with sentences to run concurrently. The court also fined him 10,000 penalty units on each count, while Akunta Mining Limited was fined 15,000 penalty units on each of 2 counts. The court held that the prosecution had proved its case beyond reasonable doubt and dismissed a defense application seeking to delay judgment and refer constitutional issues to the Supreme Court. Now, the governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Pandit Siama, has officially opened the 131st Monetary Policy Committee meeting, outlining the key economic issues expected to shape the committee's policy decision. He says whilst Ghana's economy remains resilient, rising inflation, renewed volatility in global energy markets require careful assessment before any policy action is taken. First, more in this report.
The committee begins its deliberations this week against the backdrop of growing external uncertainty and changing domestic economic conditions. Opening the 131st Monetary Policy Committee meeting at the Bar Square in Accra, Governor Dr. Johnson Pandit Siama announced that, with effect from July 1, the Bank of Ghana has ceased pre-financing the Ghana Gold Board Gold Purchases Program through its auction arrangement.
A related development also falls within this review period, i.e. with effect from July 1st, the Bank of Ghana ceased pre-financing the Ghana Gold Board's Gold Purchases Program through its auction arrangements. This represents an important change in the sources of domestic liquidity and will form part of our assessment this week. Over the course of this meeting, the committee will assess how those measures have affected liquidity conditions, monetary policy transmission, and broader macroeconomic outcomes, and what they imply for the policy stance the committee should adopt this week.
The governor also launched a Monetary Policy Committee Educational Observership Program, an initiative aimed at deepening public understanding of monetary policy while strengthening engagement between the bank and academia.
As part of the 131st Monetary Policy Committee meetings, we are pleased to host the inaugural cohort of the Monetary Policy Committee Educational Observership Program. We are calling it MPC EOP, with selected students from the University of Ghana who are participating in aspects of this week's proceedings. This is intentional. Monetary policy is most effective when it is understood, when it is trusted, and when it is supported by the public. Through this initiative, we seek to demystify the monetary policy process by providing students with practical exposure to the analytical work, technical discussions, and communication processes that underpin the committee's decisions. We hope that this experience will deepen appreciation of the rigor, the evidence-based analysis that we do here, and of course, accountability that characterize the bank's decision-making framework.
The committee is expected to conclude its deliberations later this week with the announcement of its latest monetary policy decision. Reporting for WoezorTV, Belinda Anand Kwanzaa.
Now, away from BLG, government has announced major reforms to improve access, quality, and inclusion in Ghana's educational sector. Speaking at the Government Accountability Series on Monday, July 21, Education Minister Haruna Idrisu highlighted major interventions spanning basic education, free SHS, inclusive education, teacher motivation, TVET, tertiary education, and student financing. The minister reaffirmed that the revised basic education curriculum will make financial literacy, responsible use of state resources, and civic responsibility an integral part of learning at a basic education level.
One of the most significant decisions we took as government was to revise our education curriculum, and the agency responsible is NACA, the National Curriculum Review Agency. They were asked to revise our education curriculum from kindergarten to junior high school. I'm happy to note that on Wednesday, a revised curriculum for all people from kindergarten to junior high school will be presented formally to the Ministry of Education for onward submission to the President and for the policy to go to Cabinet and Parliament. The revision of our curriculum is to ensure smart start curriculum for greater integration of technology, science, engineering, and mathematics. We have promised to introduce coding, electronics, artificial intelligence, and TVET into the basic education curriculum. And this will be the new addition. And more importantly, ethics, ethical values. How the child grows up, knowing what is state resources, knowing how to be patriotic and responsible, and knowing how to be civic responsible will be an integral part of our revised curriculum.
He also outlined measures to improve teacher welfare, including 20% allowance for teachers in deprived areas.
To note that the teacher remains pivotal to the school environment and even to the organization of the school management. Therefore, our government places priority on the motivation and well-being of teachers. Apart from the 20% allowance for persons who accept posting into rural areas, we are almost through, led by the District Assembly Common Fund, with our Teacher Dabre initiative, which is a bold government program of President John Dramani Mahama to provide accommodation facilities for teachers across the country. We intend to construct 50,000 housing units for teachers all across the country. It's led by the District Assembly Common Fund in order that we want to decentralize it at the regional and district level. The Ministry of Education will provide collateral support using our pension fund of GSOP to make sure that this also becomes a reality.
The minister further announced a $331 million Star J project to expand infrastructure in senior high schools and TVET institutions.
To note that in respect of infrastructure, it is for that reason that President John Dramani Mahama, leading with his Minister for Finance, have completed negotiations. Indeed, Cabinet has given its approval. Parliament should be looking at it tomorrow, of a $331 million Star J project to expand access to secondary education to improve its quality and relevance in Ghana. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the Star J project will cover some 210 schools across senior high school and senior high technical vocational schools and TVET schools across the country. There would be rehabilitation of 112 schools across the country, 38 TVET schools. So in all, 150 schools will benefit from our rehabilitation, and we'll see some expansion in their infrastructure by way of dormitory classroom and laboratories. We also intend to convert a number of Category C schools to B schools, 30 of it, under the Star J program. Then we will upgrade and convert 20 Category B schools to A schools. And then into 2027, we'll have dedicated allocation from GET Fund to expand the infrastructure in the Category A schools themselves, because every parent wants a child to be in a Category A school. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, I should admit that within the next few weeks, the BEC results would be released. In fact, as I've always indicated as minister, I don't interfere with the work of assessment institutions of WAEC. It is within their domain. But I'm reliably informed by the Director General of GES that on or before 31st of July, the BEC results may be released.
Now, away from education, efforts to position Greater Accra as one of the cleanest cities, not only in Ghana, but across Africa and beyond, has received a major boost with the inauguration of 2 new waste compactors by the Accra Metropolitan Assembly. The equipment is expected to strengthen waste collection services and improve sanitation across the capital. Godfred Amwafo has more.
Drive has received a major boost after the Accra Metropolitan Assembly commissioned 2 new refuse compactors to improve waste collection. Earlier this month, the Assembly introduced free refuse collection following the devastating June flood to ensure waste was properly cleared and disposed of as part of ongoing sanitation efforts. To reinforce the initiative, the Assembly has invested 2.4 million Ghana cedis in the acquisition of the 2 compactors. Speaking to the media on Monday, July 20, Accra Mayor Maki Ekpakpo-Aloti said the Assembly plans to increase the fleet to 5 vehicles to extend waste collection services to more communities.
When I came into office, we have no compactors of our own, but I don't believe in renting all the time. I believe in when you own something, it's a different feeling when you are renting. So I promised to buy, and I bought 2. We are planning to get 3 more. Without this, we are not doing bad, but this will make sure that our work will be excellent.
The mayor also renewed the Assembly's call for residents to support the campaign by reporting uncollected refuse, stressing the message, see something, say something. He urged the public to promptly notify the Assembly whenever waste is left unattended. The Minister for Local Government, Chieftaincy and Religious Affairs, Ahmed Ibrahim, who joined the inauguration, commended the Assembly for the initiative and encouraged other metropolitan, municipal and district assemblies to replicate the efforts.
The city authorities, especially in the 6 metropolis, including the coming metropolitans that are going to be created, must begin thinking of how to manage sanitation in their metropolitan areas or in their municipalities. If AMA is buying 2, preparing to go and buy 3, 4, 5, the other municipalities must emulate same.
The acquisition of the new compactors marks another step in Accra's drive towards clean and healthier communities, with authorities insisting that sustained public cooperation will be key to achieving a cleaner and more resilient capital. For WoezorTV, Godfred Amwafo reporting.
And now in other news, farmers in Volta and Oti regions have been assured of a ready market for their produce as the National Food and Buffer Stock Company steps up efforts to strengthen local food procurement. The company's Chief Executive Officer, George Abredu Otu, says the government is committed to purchasing locally produced food for the school feeding program and the National Food Reserve, a move expected to boost farmers' income and encourage increased agricultural production. There's more in the following report.
Executive Officer of the National Food Buffer Stock Company, George Abradotu, has assured farmers that government is stepping up efforts to buy more locally produced food to supply the Ghana School Feeding Program and replenish the National Food Reserve. Speaking after a 2-day working visit to the Volta and Oti regions, he said the company is identifying warehouses across the country to safely store produce and ensure farmers have a reliable market.
We're going to depend very much on local supplies for school feeding and to some extent the National Food Reserve Program. To my farmers, I care for them very much. I've heard they are crying, but the main problem that buffer stock as a company has is the lack of storage space, and we are working assiduously to ensure that we get enough space for our farming. So they should rest assured that that's part of the program that we are doing, identifying warehouses where we can procure their excess produce and store for National Reserve Program and for school supplies.
The OT Regional Minister, John Kwejo Japon, urged the Buffer Stock Company to increase food purchases in the region to reduce post-harvest losses.
Everybody will tell you, you talk about fish, you talk about rice, you talk about maize, you talk about soya beans, you talk about beans. I mean, people come and buy it from the OT region. So let's have some agents who buy for buffer stock in the region so that we can also buy from our farmers at good prices.
The Volta regional manager also announced that rice aggregation from farmers will begin shortly to strengthen Ghana's food security and provide a dependable market for thousands of farmers.
Our rice farmers can be assured that soon we will start aggregating the rice and or mopping up the rice and the gari maize. I keep saying the Volta region can feed the whole of Ghana with rice and good quality rice. Our farmers especially should be expecting that within 2 weeks' time, we will start aggregating their rice.
For WoezorTV, Ellen from Pong.
Now for some international news. Now, one of Africa's most ambitious energy infrastructure projects has finally been signed off at the highest level, with West African leaders formally endorsing the long-awaited Nigeria-Morocco Atlantic gas pipeline. The vast 6,000-kilometer pipeline will run along the Atlantic coast of 14 African nations, carrying Nigerian gas to Morocco before linking into Europe's existing gas network via Spain. Construction is expected to begin in 2028 with a total estimated cost of $25 billion. This signals a change from current models where gas is typically extracted from African nations, refined and processed abroad, then shipped back to African nations at 3 or 4 times the price, according to energy experts. By contrast, if leveraged correctly, the new pipeline has the potential not to just stimulate regional industrial growth, but also boost Africa's power on the international stage. Now, this is where we end the WoezorTV reports here on the WoezorTV. I am Karen Na Oyokoti. Thanks so much for joining us.
From the heart of our forests, where the beautiful gigantic baobab trees reside, to the city where culture meets tradition, the pulse of Accra, where the energy of the people fuels the nation's spirit, to the cascading beauty of the waterfalls, where the earth breathes life. Perla natural mineral water, purity comes from nature.
Hey baby, I missed you so much. What are you doing right now?
Emeka, I'm in the car now with my family. We are going for lunch. I'll see you in the office on Monday. Yes.
Sometimes you don't have a way out.
This Emeka is a very funny guy.
With SportyBet, you do. Because with our maximum cash out availability, there's always a way out. SportyBet, winning is now that easy.
Star Oil has been in Ghana since 1998. The reason we are able to provide fuels at affordable prices is because we use our own trucks as much as possible, and so we are able to use our haulage income to subsidize the fuel at the pump. We also run these stations with our own staff. Other competitors use investment partners and retailers who they pay significant margins to run their forecourts for them. We also have deployed IT infrastructure across the country to allow us to be able to manage these stations efficiently. All our vehicles have trackers and we monitor them real time. So more and more, our loyal customers have come to know Star Oil not just for low prices, but also for quality products.
Star Oil, quality and affordable fuels for all.
Madina. Sentuntum say wunna ma odejume ma wonsa.
Efrema bema gani oba.
Ma wonsa. Sentuntum amwa sumuda ma wonsa.
Dasha no slap. Having black mosquito where. Common tontom.
Heaven insecticide spray. Eye sham. Ne sansu kumu a wotu ene omo mu hia nyina.
Heaven dear. Pako pe.
FDA aji edrede krato yatum.
All right, back for sports updates on the Breakfast Cafe. My name is Godfred Amwafo. Let's start from the camp of the Black Queens because they are still in preparation for the upcoming Women's African Cup of Nations, which is the WAFCON, being staged in Morocco yesterday. As part of their preparations ahead of the official start of the tournament, they played against Tanzania, and that game ended goalless in that regard, even though they dominated possession and had created some number of opportunities. They were unable to convert those opportunities into victory, and so that is the news coming from that game. But of course, still on the Black Queens, they have announced the appointment of a Swedish performance video analyst, James Slaughter, to augment the technical team of the Black Queens going into this tournament. He has come to help the team analyze their games on and off the pitch as far as this tournament is concerned. Yesterday, he spoke to the media expressing his joy of joining the Black Queens to help them in this ongoing tournament.
And I think it's the biggest honor you can have to represent a country, and especially a beautiful country like Ghana. And I have some old colleagues who have worked with a men's team, and they have explained the whole culture and everything around the team and how many great people work with football in Ghana. So it's very inspiring. I record all the games and all the trainings, and then I help the coaches to pick out the clips and situations so we can teach the players to make them become better, and also watching the opponents to create game plans, how to exploit their weaknesses and their strengths. I think it's a team with a lot of quality and a lot of passion.
So that's James Slaughter from Sweden. He has come to analyze the players both on and off the pitch, like he made mention and made suggestions to the coaches with regards to the Black Queens. And so, of course, our technical team is ready, as well as the players, as they continue to hone and sharpen their arsenals for the upcoming tournament. We are just 6 days away because it's scheduled to begin on the 27th of this month. Let's talk about the FIFA World Cup, because Argentina did not only lose the finals, they are also going to be arraigned before the disciplinary committee of FIFA, because just after the final whistle in the final, we saw some videos of some Argentine players attacking the Spanish boys, and the videos will play soon. The FIFA has confirmed that Argentina will face an investigation into the ugly scenes at the end of the World Cup final. FIFA's disciplinary committee has appointed a disciplinary and ethic prosecutor to assess what happened after the final whistle at MetLife Stadium. Now, any player or coach involved in the incident could face suspension, while the Argentine Football Association, which the AFA, may also be fined. Now, following their 1-0 defeat on Sunday, members of the Argentina team and backroom staff were involved in altercations with Spain players as they began to celebrate their World Cup success. Now, these are the players that are probably going to be investigated. That is Molina, who plays for Atletico de Madrid, Leandro Paredes, and then Thiago Almada, and assistant coach Roberto Ayala, all are prepared to face the investigations in the incident that happened just after the final whistle of the final. But then Leandro Messi, who led the Argentine team, has spoken. Yesterday, he issued a statement and he says that the pain of losing the final is immense. And yesterday, he wrote a tall message. Probably it will be shown on the screen for us to see what he actually wrote about the final. He wasn't so much happy, and also apologized to the Argentine fans for failing to bring home the second title in the consecutive time. He says that the pain is immense. It will take time for this wound to heal, but I also chose to hold on to all the good things, all the matches we turned around by giving everything, and moments that will remain in our memories forever. And so that is the goats, of course, also showing that the loss wasn't easy for the team Argentina. They were prepared to defend the title, but the game had its own turn. He is not the only player that is talking. A lot of players are also talking. They are not quite happy. In fact, they thought that they were going to defend it, but it's not easy to defend a World Cup title. Let's talk about Italy. When was the last time you saw them in any major world competition, especially the World Cup? They've been absent for many years. Not just that, even the Euros, they struggle to perform. But the Italy that we used to know way back, what happened? What is the problem? Is it managerial problem? If so, then probably they are going to hear a good news, because they are eyeing Pep Guardiola, and that is the latest coming from the camp of Italy. They have tabled Pep Guardiola, who is not going to continue his mandate at Manchester City after 10 years. And so according to the FIGC, they are chasing him to get his signature to lead the Italians when it comes to the national team. As to whether Guardiola will accept this deal, time will tell. And if he does, that will be the first time he is coaching Italy, or even experiencing the Italian football. He has a credential to lead them. Of course, if you look at what he has done in terms of coaching, he's been in Spain, Germany, and England, and people are expecting him to move to Italy. But then this time around, probably it's not going to be a club side, but it's going to lead the national team. That is if he accepts it. He's not the only coach that the FIGC is targeting. I mean, former player Pello is also on the list for them. They are considering him. If Pep Guardiola's deal does not go through, probably Pello can be the next in charge for the Italian national team. They want to come back to the World Cup. They want to dominate Europe, and so choosing the right person at the right time will mean a lot to the Italian national team. This by way of sports. My name is Godfred Amwafo. We have more for you. Stay tuned.
Okay, next one. Sit down. Look to camera.
This is what it looks like to be exceptional, to stand out from the crowd, to make history. But what if women didn't have to be exceptional? What if they didn't have to be the first, the best, or the only woman? What if being a female engineer wasn't remarkable? What if women and men could compete as equals? I don't want to make history. I don't want to be the only woman. I want to be one of many.
All right, you're welcome back from the quick break. You're still watching the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. I am Evergreen Asantua, and a very good morning to you. And such a beautiful way to remember some good music, yes, and also enjoy our very morning. So Odonyum was what was played, released on the 1st of August 2010. And guess what? There's an update with this song, and this is where the Snapchat sounds come in, and you're regular. So I'll give you updates on that, but let's look at our headlines for today. And Gamro announces highest ever digital royalty payout. Bessa Simons declares High Life belongs to Ghana. Ufori Amponsa teams up with the Kiddy and Stonebwoy for Odonyum remix. Tourism Ministry targets Volta region as eco-tourism hub. And now to the details of these stories. The Ghana Music Rights Organization, Gamro, is set to make its biggest digital royalty distribution since its establishment in 2011. Beginning July 27th, musicians will receive royalties covering digital streaming, live performances, and background music, with Gamro also introducing personalized royalty statement to improve transparency. The organization says its highest royalty recipient will receive 121,000 Ghana cedis, following record digital and international royalty collections. Now, the move marks a significant step towards improving trust in Ghana's royalty system and ensuring creators are fairly rewarded for their work. And that is some good news for the Ghanaian music industry, because we've always been complaining about Gamro and the royalty payout system here in Ghana. So I was very excited when I came across this news, and I'm like, oh, finally we can earn some good money from some good songs, or in fact all the good music that we've been enjoying since God knows when. If you go out there, people are still enjoying royalties from songs that were released even when you and I were not born. So it's only right that this happens, and it's high time. I mean, it's long overdue. So congratulations go out to Gamro on this milestone. These are some of the things I always say that we love to see. And I know that the money, people might say that it's still not too substantial or something like that, but it's a good way, it's a good start. I mean, this is also some money for some people. So we like to see this, and hopefully it goes well and people absolutely benefit from this one. Now, still in the music industry, Musica president Bessa Simons has reaffirmed that High Life is Ghana's original music genre and says no country can take that identity away. Speaking ahead of High Life to the world, Black Star Experience 2027 launch in Spain. He described High Life as Ghana's priceless gift to the world following UNESCO's recognition of the genre as an intangible cultural heritage. The campaign will feature performances from Stonebwoy, Obrafour, Amanziba Natbrew, Jupiter, and other Ghanaian musicians as it promotes High Life on the global stage. And Mr. Simon says the initiative is about preserving Ghana's musical heritage while introducing High Life to new audiences worldwide. And yesterday I gave you the details of that story also, that it is happening in August, yes, August 2nd in Spain. And you have to prepare yourself, you have to brace yourself, so that if you find yourself somewhere in Spain during that time, you can go and also enjoy some good music, some Ghanaian culture, Ghanaian food, Ghanaian heritage, and everything Ghanaian. So I love the fact that you're trying to remind us that High Life will always be High Life. It will always be that of, it's like the baby of the motherland, the baby of the culture. So in as much as you love the Afro beats, the Amapianos, and then the what have you, make sure that you're also loving the High Life music and cherishing it, because mind you, it even carries more of Ghanaian soul as compared to that of the other genres that we've been enjoying lately. But also take note that in 2027, the Black Star Experience, or the Ghana to the world, is going to take over, and we are going to make sure of that as Ghanaians. Now let's talk about the song that we played before we started today's show, which is Odo Enyum by Kofi Inti and Ofori Amponsa. So yes, the High Life legend is set to revive one of his biggest classics with a remix of Odo Enyum featuring Kiddy and Stonebwoy. The collaboration brings together 3 generations of Ghanaian music, blending Ofori Amponsa's timeless High Life sound with the contemporary styles of Kiddy and Stonebwoy. Although an official release date is yet to be announced, anticipation is already building among fans eager to hear the modern take on the beloved classic. The remix is expected to introduce Odonyum to a new generation while celebrating the enduring legacy of Ghanaian High Life. And since we are talking about High Life, it is only right that I let you know that that classical song that we enjoyed in 2010 is coming back, and this time around our Gen Z babies, yes, they get to also enjoy it in a whole different way with, you know, some different twist altogether. And I can't wait to see or even hear and feel what they have got for us on this remix. And I mean, I can only imagine if Kofi Nti was also on this project. I mean, it would have still, well, anyway, but it's still the same regardless. But I mean, we enjoyed the 2010 version with Kofi Nti and Ofori Amponsa, so it would have only been right that he was on there, but who knows, right? So I absolutely love this for them, and I can't wait to see what they've got for us, because Stonebwoy is bringing the dazzle vibe. Kiddy, of course, I mean the sugar daddy, so he will sprinkle some sugar also on there. And you know, Ofori Amponsa will always be that legendary High Life artist that you and I know. So we're greatly anticipating when the release date is out. I'll do well to bring that to your notice, and then we can all prepare ourselves to enjoy the Odo Enyum remix. Now, my last story this morning, and the Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Art has reaffirmed its commitment to transforming the Volta region into one of Ghana's leading ecotourism destinations. Speaking at President Mohammed's Citizens Engagement in Ho, Tourism Minister Abla Jifa Gomashi said government is working to improve access to key tourist sites through road infrastructure while encouraging private investment in the sector. She highlighted in attractions including the Willy Waterfalls, the Adaklu Mountain, and also a lot more. And she says that the minister is also urged tourism businesses to register on the Ghana Tourism Development Company's digital platforms to boost their visibility, and said stronger partnerships with the private sector will be key to unlocking the region's tourism potential. So it means that the Volta region is going to experience even something bigger, because it has one of the most beautiful tourist attractions in the country. So this is only right that it happens. So brace yourself. And I always say that you've not even toured the country yet, you want to travel out, my brother, my sister, explore the motherland. There are beautiful places to visit in Ghana. Okay, you people have been saying 50 cities and to incident and you say sweet baby, go to the Kaku forest, just visit a place once in a while. It won't hurt, okay, just to relax yourself, enjoy the country as well. And hopefully when you get the opportunity, you can also go out there and also explore that of other countries as well. And that will be all for today's entertainment update here on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. I am Evergreen Asanto. Thank you for watching. Do enjoy the rest of our programs.
Embarrassed. Too embarrassed to speak to a loved one. Too embarrassed to speak to your doctor.
Too embarrassed. When in our lifetime, 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer.
Let me repeat that. 1 in 4 black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer. 1 in 12 black men will die from prostate cancer disease.
1 in 12. That could be your dad, even your older brother, uncle, or grandfather.
You need to make sure they are not embarrassed to speak to you or their doctor about it.
Hey, Dad, have you had your prostate checked out? See? How hard is that? It's easy. Just start the conversation.
Prostate cancer is survivable if caught and treated early enough.
Don't let embarrassment stop you having this important conversation.
You may save someone's life.
Not just your own.
If you're watching this with your friends, you'll probably make a joke.
Because you know what you feel on the inside
isn't what you want people to know.
If you have to pretend to be happy,
find someone you trust and tell them.
If you get mad at things and you don't know why, or have thoughts about hurting yourself,
find someone you trust and tell them.
You are never alone when you share.
Seriously, people care about you.
It's okay to not understand what you're feeling.
And it's easy to think that you're all alone.
But you don't have to be.
You're never alone when you share. Don't be ashamed to tell someone you trust what you're feeling.
You're not alone.
You are not alone. Find someone you trust and tell them.
Tell a parent.
Tell a teacher. Tell a brother or sister.
Or just tell a friend.
You haven't done anything wrong. Talk to someone.
Talk to someone.
It's how things get better.
Your flight is ready to leave.
Sit back and relax and enjoy the flight.
All right, so welcome back. Many thanks for still staying with us right here on the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. It's time we head into the last leg of the show, and our focus is on a very important discussion. We touched briefly on it last week, but today let's expand the conversation and take a look at the other potentials or the benefits we can really derive from this. If you recall last week when the president toured the Volta and OT regions, he mentioned specifically the development of the Volta Economic Corridor. I mean, we came back, we spoke about it, we touched on some of the potentials. But if we are looking at that in perspective, you're talking about the blue economy. It comes to bear. When I say the blue economy, I'm referring to the water transport system, the usage of the water bodies to the benefit of the economy. That's a conversation I want us to delve deeper into this morning. And my guest is the Executive Director of Center for International Maritime Affairs, also known as the CIMAG, Derek Fiatui. He is here with me in studio. Hopefully we get to speak to Martin Ohini Enim. He is a chartered economist, so he can also come from the economics perspective as far as this conversation is concerned. Derek, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
Glad to have you. How has your week been?
Very great. Good to be here once again.
Very well. Now, let me first of all pick your general assessment or your reactions to that announcement that was reiterated by the president last week, talking about the Volta Economic Corridor. What does it mean?
I think that is the call that we've been waiting for all this while. When the NDC put together their policy document, which is the manifesto, and mentioned the development of the Volta corridor, everybody was excited because we know that that is the platform on which we can have proper economic transformation because it's something that has been sitting idle for all this while. We've not been able to tap fully into it. And so the president paying so much attention to it means that he's serious about the economic transformation of not just our country, but the sub-region.
Okay, now I have in my hand the more like a press briefing or a statement released by CIMAC.
Yes.
On this particular Volta Economic Corridor. Now, in your introduction, you mentioned that the Volta Lake is the largest man-made lake in the world and runs through the heart of Ghana. But I want us to look at it from that angle. Is that the only means? I mean, how important, let me even put it that way, how important is the Volta Lake in all of this conversation?
Well, it is very, very important because you know that like you mentioned, is the largest man-made lake in the world, about 400 kilometers. And for us as CIMAC, we've been advocating for a multimodal transport system, because effective transport system is the only means which any economy can develop. And so the fact that we are talking about the Volta Economic Corridor, we want to look at the Volta River as an inland water highway, where we are going to have a lot of our economic activities, especially cargoes, being transported through the lake. And that means so much to those who understand trade and transportation.
But again, one will also ask questions about safety, because in recent times we've seen and we've heard, not even in recent times, over the years, we've heard reports. Once we head into the rainy season, we hear reports of boats capsizing and all of that on the Volta Lake. How safe is it?
So thankfully for us, we have the 24-hour economy authority, which is responsible for this project. And so we are looking at them having put measures in place to take care of all the issues that may come with it. Of course, once we are going to have the project developed, we need to make sure that safety is guaranteed and assured. So as part of the job creation, we are going to train a lot of people who are going to be safety officers. They're going to put together navigational staffs, things that will make the place safe, because you cannot develop any inland waterway without putting together safety precautions. So it's going to be part of the project, and that is also going to, by extension, help in taking care of the challenge that we used to have, where boats keep subsiding here and there. So it's actually a means of addressing that challenge that we have had at hand.
Now, Derek, we also know that this whole project is likely to be described, or we can describe it as a multimodal kind of thing. But what does it entail? If you look at the breakdown, what does this whole project entail?
So, as I mentioned, it's basically about having the inland waterway as a highway. Once we develop that, we are going to have inland port terminals or jetty terminals, where we have barges cutting goods from the ports and connecting the south to the north. You know that the north is far away from the south here, and mostly we use the road transportation. Once we develop the inland waterway, that is the Volta corridor, it means that now we are connecting the port even to the north, and not just the north in Ghana, but also our neighboring countries, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Burkina, that are landlocked.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So, yeah.
But again, if you look at it from that aspect also, one will argue that, do we even have some cities or some countries already using this? What are the lessons there to learn?
Even when you go to Nigeria, they are very heavy on their inland water transportation system. You know, inland water transport is about 30 to 40% less in terms of cost.
Oh, really?
Yes. So we have, for instance, a cargo, which is about 30 tons.
Okay.
But when you are using a barge, it carries about between 500 to 1,500 tons.
Tons, okay.
And that will be carried once. Instead of maybe about 40 or 50 containers, you are using just one barge to convey cargo from one point to the other. And that means that we are also decongesting our road, because a lot of the cargo is going to be moving from the roads to inland water. And that is most effective. When you go to Europe and other parts that are developed, it is only this system that has helped them to do so, because they do so and then they decongest the road You don't see heavy trucks competing with passenger and private vehicles.
Like we see here in Ghana.
Yes. And also the accident rate is reduced completely. Yeah.
But if has CIMAC done a proper assessment of this whole project? What has been the outcome?
Yes, we have done a lot of work on it, and for us, we think that it is a game changer. That is why we keep saying that it is not just about inland water, it's about economic transformation. This is one project that when it's properly done, a lot of things are going to change for us economically. Cost of living is going to be reduced drastically. We are going to create jobs. And you know, when we are building inland ports, just like we have at the seaport, we'll have warehouses, we'll have terminals, we'll have all the things that come with port. And we can just imagine the number of people that are employed at the port, the revenue that is generated at the port. And so it's going to be something similar to what we are getting there. And that means so much for economic transformation. Yeah.
But how easy is the connection going to be like? Because if you are linking the southern part of the country to the northern part, how easy would that be? And it's still a long stretch.
You know, a lot of feasibility work has been done. Yeah. And there are various points that are picked for the terminals that I'm talking about, the inland port terminals. So we have the Akosombo itself, we have Ketekrachi, and we have Bripe. So the barges are going to be moving from these points, and then they will be carried from those points, to, especially when it gets to the north, then trucks can carry them to our neighboring countries. They do that, the landlocked countries, that is Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger.
There is always that mention of sustainability. We are always eager to start projects or start something new, but how to sustain the gain and keep that momentum becomes a major problem. We've introduced quite a number of programs in the past, and where is the Eastern Corridor Road, like you can even talk about, and all of that, because it's the same reason, or the rationale behind constructing that stretch, but we are yet to see the full dividend from that. But the gains, if you do the assessment and proper planning, can we sustain the gains that we would derive from this whole water economic corridor? Yeah,
so as a policy think tank, we have put together a document to ensure sustainability. And for any country to have this successfully, you need to have a plan. So channelization, dredging, and other things that sustains the project are supposed to be continuous and an integral part of the plan itself, so that you don't put out the plan and you are not thinking about how to sustain it. So before the project itself is rolled out, these are going to be key components of it. So you don't launch it and now start thinking of how to sustain it. So sustainability is a key component of the project itself. And I think we have to commend the Blue Economy, the 24-hour Economic Secretariat, for doing so much, because their document that we have reviewed has brought out a lot of things that they've done to ensure sustainability. It's one of the key things that they have put their minds to, and we are very happy about that.
How ready is Ghana's entire economy for this, if you are shifting attention to the blue economy?
I think we are ever ready, because it is something that we should have been doing all along, and we are not doing it. So now that it has come, we just have to embrace it and make sure that it succeeds. Because if this was done many years ago, economically we will not be where we are now. Yes, the north and south development gap we see will not be there. So this is the time for us to reconnect and then work together as a people. When you go to the north, there are a lot of farm produce that go bad because they don't have the means to bring them here to the south. So this is going to also take care of that situation and also create a lot more jobs for our people, not just up north, but also
but that is where the problem is. The question of demand. If the demand is not high, then of course that's going to be another white elephant, don't you think?
No, the demand is always there because of job creation. A lot of our people are looking for jobs here and there. And when we have, for instance, farm produce that is so much on the market, we can also export it. And so the issue of demand, I think, is taken care of in that regard.
I am also interested in knowing the more like the cross-border trade, because of course this will link, like you mentioned, the neighboring countries, Togo, Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, and then the others, Burkina Faso, Niger as well, and the others. How would that be controlled? How would that be regulated? Under which institution would that fall?
So you know, now those three countries heavily depend on our ports. That is a transit system.
On our ports?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Because they don't have seaports themselves. So
okay,
we use the road system to transport those goods. So when we develop the inland water, it means that instead of coming to all the way to Tamawata Kradi, they are going to be picking from Buipe, which is shorter for them. And it means that they are also going to increase their import. And that means that we as a country are going to be getting a lot more revenue for ourselves. So on that score, they are also going to be so excited. It will be interesting to know that when you go to Burkina Faso now, even though they don't have inland water system, they have dedicated lines for their cargo transportations, and they only move at night. Unlike here, that you see heavy trucks competing with our vehicles on the road in the day.
But are there not laws on that already?
There are, but we are not really implementing them. And so I think we spotted a point in the document, the policy document, which also talks about this. Once the inland water way is developed, that is going to be effective, because now we have an alternative. So the pressure on the road is going to be reduced.
But if that is indeed to create more jobs, are you not taking away jobs from the already existing jobs? Because I mean, the cargo drivers or the truck drivers, one way or the other, will now have to fit into the what's the name, the means of the blue. I mean, using the water bodies.
No, that is why we say it's multimodal.
Okay.
We are not going to take away the road transport system. It's just that we are going to move cargo away from it so that the burden on the road will be less. So we say that it's not road or water, but road and water, because the two of them has to work hand in hand to make sure that we move effectively. If we depend solely on the road, we see a lot of the challenges we are facing now. Contractors contract roads, in about a year or two, they are damaged because there is so much pressure on them. So when we diversify and have other means of transport, then we are making sure that there is also sustainability in terms of the roads that we are constructing. Another leg will be looking at rail. So the three tongue will make the multimodal system very effective and efficient for us.
Albert, I have always argued that you look at the transport sector or the transport system in Ghana, government can be the best or the biggest beneficiary. I mean, making a lot of income if we have put in place proper government transport systems. So for instance, the Metromas, the STCs and what have you, because the demand is high. Is it something CIMAG will opt for or advocate for, that government champions this, or it's left to the public, like the private sector to handle?
See, the policy has to come from government, and I know that we have the transport document, policy documents for the multimodal system. And you know, once government bring out the policy, we still have to look at private sector to invest in it. Even these inland waterways that we are talking about, the barges, the infrastructure, will need private sector participation and funding to make it work. And that is what the Blue Economy Secretariat is championing. So yes, government needs to take it up, but government can only put out the policy, the regulation, the law, and then investors will come in and then complete it.
It's the reason I asked if we are really ready for that, because it's one thing saying this is what government will do, it's another thing putting it into action. Because I mean, if government says it but the private sector is not willing to come on board, then it's left hanging.
Yes, so it depends on creating the enabling environment for private sector to have that confidence to invest. And for me and for us as an organization, we see a lot of seriousness with this government. Everything that they have said, they are doing it, and so we don't have any doubt that this policy is going to be fully implemented, because I know from my interaction with private sector that they are very confident. People are even willing to come in to invest, and so I'm not sure it's going to be any problem at all.
Derek, but the direct benefit to probably the cities that will be largely affected. You can talk about the regions. You can talk about Eastern, Greater Volta, and then the northern parts. One will ask, what could be the possible direct benefits to the people in these regions?
Yeah, the direct benefits will be the jobs that they're going to get, a lot of employment opportunities, revenue for those communities, and infrastructure.
Yeah.
Once you put a terminal somewhere, it comes with so much. Just like we have in Tema, we have in Takrady. So these are projects that bring in a lot of transformation in terms of development. So it's going to be exciting. You see that the pressure in the city of Accra is also going to reduce, because we are now going to be spreading development and opportunities to other parts of the country. And so people will not be moving only towards the port cities of Takrady and Tema, but to also those areas. And that is going to lessen the pressure and the burden that we see in our cities today.
Would that pave way for a full transport in the, on our water bodies? Because Karim makes the argument that, and I remember some time ago we had this conversation that why would somebody be in Kaswa or Winneba coming to work, say in Accra or Tema, still join trot the way from Kaswa, stay in that hectic traffic to Accra, when indeed he can just connect using the water body all the way from that side to maybe what's the name? Is it Jamestown?
Yes,
Jamestown or something.
Yes.
Move from there and then join a vehicle and come to work or something. Is this the opening for something like that to happen?
Exactly. So that is what we've been calling on, and that is the creation of the ferry terminals.
Okay.
Where instead of using the road heavily, you can just go and pick the ferries and get to wherever you are going to. Aside the fact that it's cheaper, it's also faster because there's no traffic on the water. And all the time we say that these things are not about reinventing the wheel. When you go to other parts of the world, it's being done, and it's making life very easy and more comfortable for people. And so we just have to learn from the best and implement those same things that we want to do here in Ghana, and then we'll be one of the best in the sub-region. After is looking for corridors, because that is what they depend on. And so if Ghana should take the lead with this lake that we have, the biggest in the world, it means that Ghana is going to be in the driving seat for after. Yeah.
But Derek, you also know that we are still on a gradual rebound process as far as the economy is concerned. So investment, let me first of all know how heavy, is it expensive to invest in that sector?
Yes, it's quite expensive, but any investment in the port sector or in inland water is worth the salt, because whatever money you put in there, you're going to recoup it in no time. Because once you are creating jobs, people are working and revenue is coming, you don't think about what you've put in no time you are going to recoup. So those who understand business, they are not afraid to put in their money in projects of this nature, because it has worked elsewhere. They know that when it comes to such projects, even here in Ghana, they are not going to be losing anything at all. In fact, I'm aware that there are a lot of investors who have lined up their documents, asking the authorities to give them approval so they can come in and start work.
Okay, I asked because that should be a priority. The country needs to have a priority. What exactly do we want to put our money into, and how long will we wait? Would we have to wait for the dividends to start yielding? Most especially when we are moving from a junk status to what we have carried. That's why I posed that question.
Yeah, I understand it. So it's the environment has been created by the government, and so people are not afraid anymore as they used to. Some 3 years ago, some of our investors were even leaving the country, moving to Abidjan, Togo, and other places. Those guys are back, and new people are showing interest in coming to invest and work in our country.
Derek, safety, you touched on it, but let me bring it back. The fear many have is that as for the water, it will just carry you away. Most especially when we have so much indiscipline ongoing on our water bodies. People are told to wear life-saving jackets before they even board any boat and whatever. But I mean, you hardly see that. Recently, when you heard of the reports, the number of people who died on the Volta Lake, I mean, to marvel you, safety-wise, who controls that space and how best would CMAC advise?
I think the key issue is what you mentioned, discipline. The reason why those who man our ships, the captains, the engineers, the marine engineers are trained as cadets, paramilitary, because on the water you have to exhibit discipline. So if we decide as a country that this is the land we want to tow, it means that we are looking at making sure we do the right things. What happens at other places? So you don't roll out a policy to implement an inland water transport system without putting together the measures to ensure safety. So aside everything, we have to train people in navigation. We have to make sure that anybody at all who is going on that is using the proper or appropriate jackets and everything that protects lives, because it's one thing that we cannot take for granted. And I keep saying that it has been done elsewhere, and so we only have to replicate what has been done successfully, and then we can also achieve the target of making sure that we get the multimodal transport system working for us in Ghana as is happening elsewhere.
But that's going to take some time. Now, I have a message from Madam Victoria Akpeli. She says that ferry transport is the way to go. It will boost tourism and trade. And I'm glad that she sent this message, because the regions mentioned can boast of some tourist hubs. Volta region.
Sure.
I know part of the eastern region, and also even the northern part of the country. But beyond that, how? I mean, we know that there are tourist sites as well, but how do we really tap into that?
You know, for tourism, it comes naturally with some level of infrastructure.
Yeah.
Water is a recreation facility for people.
Yeah.
And so once business is happening on water, people are going to be interested in, having whatever they want to do there. So we will have terminals, dirty terminals, and you know that we're going to have hotels and also the hospitality industries springing around there, because people are going, those who are going to be in business are not going to be just locals. People will be coming from elsewhere, and so that is going to drive the tourism potential of the project. So it comes naturally with the project. Even without this policy being implemented, when you go around the lake, you see a lot of hotels, a lot of hospitality industries around there, and people go just to relax, and then they bring in a lot of resources into our economy. So this is just going to be an expanded version of what we currently see.
I mean, Derrick, I know you have been in constant communication. You have been championing this cause, not today, but from all indications, you look at the time frame or the timeline. Are we likely to do this anytime soon? And how long will it take us to fully roll out this?
When I listened to the president the last time, he said the project is about to take off. I don't know. I know that the 24-hour economy and the Volta Lake Transport are supposed to be the lead agencies in that. I don't know how far Volta Lake Transport has together the documentations, but I know that at the 24-hour economy level and at the presidency level, where the 24-hour economy secretariat is, I'm not sure this year is going to end on this project.
Okay.
They may start as soon as we can imagine.
Derrick, we should be winding up our conversation, but from CMAC's point of view, what are some of the recommendations? What would you want to see in the coming days? What should government stakeholders do? What would you recommend?
I think we need to collaborate effectively.
When you say collaborate?
Collaboration in terms of getting the private sector on board fully. So the government, which is the public sector, will have to engage the private sector effectively and ensure that they understand exactly what the project entails. Those who travel a lot, those who have experiences, they know that this is a game changer. And so we have to also sensitize the public and others who do not understand what it means to know that this is going to really help our economy. It's one project that is key and dear to the hearts of not just those of us in the industry, but also the president, and I think that is one thing that when it's done, there will not be any legacy that can be compared to it for President John Mahama. Yeah.
Then this feels more like the big push.
For me, it's bigger than the big push.
No, but 10 billion is going into the big push. I don't know how much is being allocated for this, but 10 billion is going for the big push. But Derek, from all you're saying, I mean, then this actually is the game changer. If we are looking at the economic benefits of using the water bodies for transport. But I said we're winding up. I know of the ferry linking the Volta to T and then the northern part of the country. How well is that space even yielding results?
For now, I would say that it's not very effective. It's not been managed effectively, and that is why we are all saying that okay, this is a new one that is going to make the impact, because we can say that those were like for us to test the waters, even though we have not really put or pay much attention to it. Now that it's coming as a whole national policy, we are going to see a lot of changes and efficiency.
Anyway, Derek, unfortunately our time is up, and unfortunately I had wanted us to get Martin Ohiniani's stick on this, but he's been engaged in some busy schedule this morning. But maybe your final words and then we can wrap it up.
Well, my final word is that this Volta River corridor is at the heart of development of our country, not just for the blue economy, but for the entire economy. I would say that the road sector carried trucks, but the Volta River will carry our economy. Yeah,
very well. The Volta River will carry our economy, and I think I agree with Derek, and to a large extent, the proponents of this particular project. I think it's the way to go. I am more interested in the jobs. Once this starts, of course, there'll be much creation of jobs along the corridor. We hope to see that in the coming days, and also stay within the time frame that the president mentioned. Well, here we draw curtains on today's edition of the WoezorTV Breakfast Cafe. But before we go, let me say a big thanks to you, Albert Derek Fiatui. He is the Executive Director, Center for International Maritime Affairs, Ghana, CIMAG, and he's been doing so well as far as the blue economy is concerned. For those of you who would want to read more of his articles, it's always published in the Business and Financial Times. Yes. You can read Albert's articles mostly in the Business and Financial Times, most of the times Mondays and Wednesdays. Thursdays, yes. So grab a copy on Thursday and read the details. He talks much more about water bodies in the country and the need for government to shift attention to that sector as well. Hopefully government listens to him. These are the people we should be inviting. These are the people we should be inviting to the discussion table. What are the plans? What are the plans? What can we do to ensure that the blue economy is really realized? These are the technocrats in that space. Tomorrow we'll come back and have a conversation on NASPA. Bibi Bo. Alright, my name is Randy Ahaji. A very big thanks to the team for helping put this one together, and also to you for watching. Tomorrow at 7 a.m. we are back with another big edition right here. Please, it's a terrific Tuesday. The weather is not too okay depending on where you are, but we always advise you to take very good care of yourself once you step out. If you don't have any important thing to do in town, please tinafie and enjoy WoezorTV. We've got good content for you. It's a wrap for now. My name is Randy Ahaji. Bye.